How's everybody? It's Monday. I hope everybody had a good weekend. So, as y'all know, today is Your Case Monday. I hope everybody is doing okay. Had some sad events happen over the weekend, to say the least. Very sad. So I guess we'll go ahead and jump into Lindsey Baum. And actually, this is Dee. She is one of our channel members. And hey there from Tennessee. I'm from Tennessee too. Holly Harbison, welcome to the stream. Dee Love by Two, I believe is her handle. But she requested doing this in this case, Lindsey Baum. And actually, next Monday, the Berstrom, I believe is how you pronounce it, murders in Kentucky. We're going to be talking about that, which is another, request from a channel subscriber. Yeah, hey, what part of Tennessee? You don't have to give me the city. I'm in Middle Tennessee. But welcome. So I guess let's just go ahead and jump into this. And we will be talking about a little bit later, and I'm going to have a panel if somebody wants to come on. I do have somebody that said she would come on and talk. So, but that is in regards to the 10-month-old baby who is on life support, which that is a crazy little story. It's a good one to dive in and just have an open dialogue about, which is what's been happening in the comment section. And I think it's great. It's different takes of it. Humphreys County. Oh, cool. Very cool. Yeah. I have family close to there. Very cool. I'm like probably about an hour from Nashville. So yeah, welcome. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into the Lindsey Baum. Hold on a second. I did something wrong. I got ahead of myself. Let's see. All right. Hey, Toxic. It's Cheryl. I see y'all in there. I don't know what you're saying, but I seen y'all pop up. Let's see. Hope you're doing well, Toxic. Let's see. Or maybe it's Eric. Whoever you are. Welcome. Okay. Let's see. All right. So, what happened? Dadgummit. Hold on. This particular one, it keeps popping up ads. I have no idea why, but, and I listened to actually like an hour-long podcast from like 9 years ago about this case. So it was right after it happened, and it was with the mom and a couple other people. And this case is pretty interesting. It was a good suggestion. I never heard of this case. So this is this sweet baby, Lindsey Baum, 10 years old. When she disappeared on June 26, 2009, the night before she vanished, Lindsey told her mother, Melissa Baum, that she was frightened that something bad was going to happen to her very soon. When Melissa asked Lindsey what she meant, she replied, I don't know. I just have a feeling. So I think that is incredibly sad. And it kind of speaks. I don't know if y'all hear, but there's a term that we use in Tennessee, that's a spirit baby. And that just means that it's a child that's in tune with like not only their own feelings, but other people's feelings or their surroundings. And maybe Lindsey was a spirit baby. Maybe she just kind of knew certain little things, for whatever reason. I really hope this is not going to keep doing this the whole time. I don't know why the screen's jumping. I may have to pull another article. Let's see. All right. Let's see. This puzzled Melissa, but she did not worry for long as Lindsey appeared to be back to her normal happy self the following day. That day, Lindsey and her brother Joshua spent the afternoon swimming at a friend's house located close to their home in McCleary, Washington. Two of them returned home briefly. Now, they're gonna say it. Okay, the two of them returned home briefly before heading towards another friend's house located 5 blocks away. So everybody's like very close proximity together. As a matter of fact, her mom said that when they went, that she'd been swimming. Like this was like a handful of kids. It was like, she said a half a dozen. So a half a dozen would be 6. So 6 little friends of hers and her brother, they'd all been swimming. They went to her house. briefly. And let's see. Where was I? Two of them returned home briefly before heading towards another friend's house, and then went back home. Lindsay made it to her friend's house and hung out there for a few hours. The two girls hoped to have a sleepover that night, but the friend's mother said no, and Lindsay began to walk home around 9:15 p.m. She was expected to be home at 9:30 p.m., her curfew. Now, I know y'all are probably like, oh, she was 10, which I was thinking the same thing too. I can't imagine. But to be fair, I've never lived in a subdivision. I've always lived in kind of a country setting, where it's not, everything is spread out. So I don't have experience with kids going here and there or whatever. With my children, it wasn't like that. Wherever we went, we'd have to drive them. So, I don't know about that. For me, it would have been a hard no. But this is an extremely close-knit community. Everybody knew everybody. And a lot of people partook in this and allowed their kids to do this. So it was kind of, that she didn't have a reason to think there was something wrong with that, I guess is what I'm trying to say, for the mother. Based on the distance between the two homes, Lindsay should have made it to her house just in time. Unfortunately, she never made it there. She was reported missing by her mother 11 p.m. that night. An immediate search provided no sign of Lindsay, nor did it provide any clues to her whereabouts. News about Lindsay's disappearance garnered national attention. In fact, Lindsay was on the cover of People magazine in November 2009, 5 months after her disappearance. Despite this, there were very few clues in leads in Lindsay's case. In 2010, the FBI searched the home of a 47-year-old man who provided inconsistent statements to the police. No arrests were made. 2 years later, investigators searched the home of a jewelry and pawn shop owner, Tim Hartman, throughout the search. Lindsay found ropes, handwritten notes about Lindsay's disappearance. Wait a minute. Investigators found ropes and handwritten notes about Lindsay's disappearance. Well, that's different. After this, Hartman was listed as a person of interest in the case, but he was not ever arrested or charged with anything in connection to Lindsay's disappearance. Other than these two searches, any news about Lindsay's case seemed to be far and few between. Then during the summer of 2017, 3 elderly brothers known as the Emery brothers were arrested in Mason County, Washington, and charged with possession of pornography. Oh, let me scroll down. Hopefully, oh my God, I don't know what is going on with this page. There we go. Let's see. Were arrested in Mason County and charged in Washington and charged with possession of pornography. Mason County is located 17 miles from Lindsay's home in McCleary. Investigators searched their home for a possible connection to Lindsay, but have yet to reveal if they found one. I'm not sure when this particular article was put out. I'll check in a second. And hold on 1 second. I'm getting ahead of myself. At the time, it is unclear if investigators even pondered the idea that wait a second. Oh, I really skipped. Okay, investigators searched their home for a possible connection to Lindsay, but have yet to reveal if they found one. During September 2017, a hunter found human remains in a remote area in eastern Washington. News about the remains were not spread to the media at that time. It is unclear if investigators even pondered the idea that the remains belonged to Lindsay, due to the fact that they were found over 3 hours away from Lindsay's home in McCleary. The remains were sent to Quantico, Virginia for forensic testing. Months later, on May 10, 2018, investigators announced that the remains had been positively identified. As Lindsay Baum. Family and friends of Lindsay are shocked and understandably devastated by the news. The case is now classified as a homicide. Police are looking for a suspect. If you have any information that could lead to Lindsay's killer, please submit a tip by calling 360-964-1799. So I assume this was made relatively close to after they found her. So hold on, let me get back to y'all, see what y'all are saying. Let's see. So that's crazy. Now, this person to this day still remains, the Tim guy, he still remains a person of interest. I hope Dee is in here. I'm sure she would like to have some input. Let's see. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. Hello, Roberta. Toxic, Cheryl, Roberta. Okay. Thank you so much for, I'm glad here. Finally made it to live. I know, I get excited when people can actually get to the lives. So what do y'all think? I hate it. I should have. Crap. That's another reason why I try to announce which ones I'm going to do ahead of time. So the person that asked, they can actually check. So, yeah, I watched a couple little videos about the girl, and her mother was just devastating, and she wants answers. And I was also, the podcast I listened to was like 9 years ago. And the one panel member, he was commenting, and he said that we need to have a 24-hour this was 9 years ago, guys. He said we need to have a 24-hour news program that shows nothing but missing children. He said the problem has gotten so bad, we can't even keep ahead of it. Something else, so hey, Tracy, in order for people to, well, let me back up. Okay. I know some people feel like that can't happen to me. I watch my child. That can't happen. And the panel was trying to, say, and even her mom said, I was one of those people who thought it couldn't happen to me until it happened. So, is that a common thing? I mean, I do not feel like it can't happen to me. I don't feel like that at all. I absolutely feel like it could happen to anybody, so I think it's tragedy, and had to wait. Hey, Very Mary, welcome. I ain't seen you in a bit. So I think it's very sad. I need to look into this. I'm so confused. Well, what questions do you have? I could potentially answer them. I dove in a little bit this morning into this case. So just ask Toxic and maybe I can answer this question. But, and of course, since it was 8 years before they even found her body. Let's see, she went missing in 2009. So she would have to, and they found her in 2017. They announced it was her remains. So I'm assuming cause of death would be pretty hard to determine. They say enough that it's a homicide. Obviously, she didn't, wander 3 hours away and put herself there. So, homicide for sure. But as far as cause of death, there is no specific cause. And I haven't seen anything that says there is. So, but yeah, it's just crazy. It's just super crazy. So, so sketchy. He had handwritten notes. I know. How freaking strange is that? It was very creepy. Why would he have handwritten? Also, one of the two persons of interest, because two different people lied about their whereabouts that night. One of them was the pawn shop owner, and another one, what was he? What did he do? I can't remember. And they had not, at what I listened to at that time, they had not released his name. But one of the persons of interest actually helped the mother in the search. So, got in her car with them, got in the car with them. So, I mean, it's crazy. And then they went back and they was like, well, you said you wasn't in McCleary this day, but this surveillance video says you were in McCleary. So what's the deal? And he said he thought that he was in town later that day. So the House of Horrors, yeah. Just look up the Emery brothers. The Emery brothers. Wait a minute, really? Oh, 1 minute. Oh, I'm thinking about the Bergstrom. Yeah, I don't know about those. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about them. Is it bad? It's a common complacency becomes the norm if you think you know your neighbors. Yeah. Yeah. So I think it's sad. I do think that it's good that they were able to bring her home and give her a proper burial. Oh, okay. The timeline confused me. Well, they were swimming and then they came in. The mother said that her daughter, she said, because one of her friends, she had stayed the night a couple nights in a row. So she needed to change of clothes. Now, she said, I looked at my clock. It was 9:17. It would have taken that time to get back. So they get there. Mom says, no, she can't stay the night. And then she tries to go back. She's never seen again. Lindsay's never seen again. I will say something else strange. Something else strange is that a day before and a week before, and nothing ever came of this, but her and her friend was in the bathroom. They said at a park, they said a man came into the bathroom. He planned it out, Joka. He said he planned it out. I just repeated what you copied, what you commented. They said that a man walked in the bathroom and tried to stay in there with them. I guess they yelled and then he ran out. So that was one instance. And then what was it? Said that somebody was watching, that they felt like somebody was following them while they were walking home one day. So my mind goes to, well, wait a flipping minute. Well, why didn't somebody tell the mother that? How did this information come out? Was it a friend? Why wouldn't the kid tell the mom, hey, some guy tried to come in on us on the bathroom, or hey, somebody was following us? I don't think that they was aware of it until after the fact, that these instances had happened. So it's crazy. You just never know what goes on in somebody's mind. Absolutely. You just never know. Oh my God. A lot of people out here sadly, yeah. It's bad. I believe the Emery brothers had something to do with Lindsay's death. I don't know. I have to check into that, Roberta. I have to check into that. I definitely have to check into that. So I don't know. I think the pawn shop owner, I think it's incredibly strange that he had notes. Like, I have notes on cases, but I'm talking about cases. So, but I don't know. I don't see the relevance of somebody, a random person that's just, I don't know. Unless he was like, we searched here, we searched there, but, it wasn't like he was in charge of the search or nothing. Why did he have notes? Why did he lie about where he was at that day? It was sort of, yes, the world's full of predators. Hey, welcome, Lizardia. Oh, well, that's a different handle. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Yeah, the world is full of predators. Absolutely. Absolutely. Your family could have them in there. You just never know. Hey, how are you? New foot tube or noof tube. How do you say that? 709? It's a different little word. Well, I mean, I know who you are, but I'm just saying I never asked you. Let's see. Look up Emery Brothers House of Horror. I'll do it. Let me write it down, Roberta. So which one do y'all want to go into next? We could talk about Addie. And actually, that's the baby out of Colorado that she was missing. She went missing Saturday. And they drained the canals in Colorado where she was at. And they later found her in the canal, partially drained canal. Not even a pin. Emery Brothers. I know people were kind of like, it sounds sketchy, what happened, what went on. But I will say this canal, from what I have read and what I have seen at the maps, this child's house backs up to a canal. So let's go ahead. And I have some pictures and stuff too I want to show y'all. So let's go ahead and pull up Miss Addie. 5 and Blessed. Hey, I got your emails and stuff, and I have been looking into that case. thank you very much for commenting yesterday. And I have been looking into that case, and I have been in contact with the parties involved. So thank you. Thank you for that. And I have been adding it to a video that I'm working on now currently, but I appreciate that again. Yes, it is very heartbreaking about Addie. I completely agree. It's beyond heartbreaking. And I wanted to read a couple little things. Let's see. So, okay. All right. So let's see. Extensive search, canal length search effort, flying above the canal. I guess I'll just read it because some of y'all may not even be aware of this. Body believed to be 3-year-old missing child found. The body believed to be 3-year-old child was found today around 2:15. Let me scroll down. After an extensive search late Saturday and early Sunday for the girl. Adelisa, I believe is how you pronounce it. Better, they called her Addie Ray. Sheriff's Mesa County Sheriff's Office decided to drain the Grand Valley Irrigation Company canal. The helicopter search crew spotted something in the water, and deputies and investigators converged on the area to investigate that was the body of the missing girl. Matching Annalisa description was found in the canal near 29th Road. Mesa County Coroner's Office is working to identify the deceased and will officially release the name of next of kin as notified. Let's see. There was a reason I pulled this one up. Maybe it was just for context. Okay. So I want to show y'all something else. Let's see. I want to show y'all what they have been doing. Let's see. Share. Entire screen. Okay. So hold on a second. Oh. All right. So these are some pictures that were taken. If they will pull up. Hold on. Let's just do this. So here were some pictures taken from the visual for the memorial site, and they had a visual right there too. If my computer will. Come on. All right. So this is a canal. All right. And her house backs up somewhere along this canal. So I know people are like, why was she left alone? Why this? Why not? And somebody commented yesterday and was like, oh, this is just like Malia Bass. And it made me pause because I was like, oh, dear God. But the parent, like, they reported her instantly. So I didn't get that vibe. But, and unfortunately, the way things are, we're trained to question everything. And I hate that. And you can't just believe a parent. But, there's a lot of bad parents. But this is the canal. Let's see. And this is part of the visual. So you can see. Well, let me show a better picture. Let's see. Now you see there's an opening. And there's the other side. It's an opening. So, I mean, I don't know, guys. It seems to me like there shouldn't be openings. I mean, I can't believe this doesn't happen more often. And as you'll see in a second, this is a thing. Like, there have been several accidents over the years, from my understanding, with the canals and them being opened. So, oh, hold on. I didn't mean to go back that far. Okay, so let me get out of here. I'm about to show y'all something else too. Someone is going to have to send me information on this case. Emery Brothers at the, okay, glad to catch live. I'm glad you're here too. Okay, now let me go show y'all this. As far as the canals, let's see. Change.org. Here we go. All right. So this is Addie's Law. And this was put up relatively fast yesterday. And and it just talked, and it says no family should ever lose a loved one in the fence canals. It's unsafe not to have fencing. We need to keep our children safe. This should have never been a possibility of outcome. So, I mean, and they already have, what did they request? 1,500, and they've already got 1,200. So, I mean, apparently, I mean, I don't know. I'm not from Colorado. I don't know anything about that. But, you know, do y'all know anything about the canals there? Is it a problem? You know, I really do think that they probably will fix this problem if it is now. If it was, I guarantee they'll fix it now. Let's see. You've been doing a great job with the videos. You're just another angle spreading the word. These kids need your voice. Oh, thank you. They do need our voices, and it takes a village. Thank you. You said it right. NoofTube. Noof for tube. Newfoundlander. Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it now. Let's see. Another mechanic in the house. Who are we? Okay, let's see. So let me show y'all this too. This is something cool that they're doing with Miss Addie. Well, for her family. I thought this was super cool. All right. So this is called it's from Meal Train. A meal train for the family of Addie Ray. Now, what this is you can just download, or not download, but donate money, and it will help bring the food to the family in this time of need. I believe there's also, well, I don't believe, I know for a fact there's also a GoFundMe page. All of these things will be linked in the bottom. On October 3rd, 2020, 3-year-old Addie Ray went missing from the area of 29.5 Road at Orchard Avenue. Crews and community members worked to search all night. And the following day, the precious girl and bring her home. October 4th, 2020, she was recovered in Grand Valley Canal. She is survived by a large family. And with the holidays coming, we want to show support with help and with whatever they may need during this difficult time. Please continue to pray for the family and follow the Facebook for any other ways we can erase this burden from them. Ease. I was fixing to say, well, that's a terrible. Ease this burden. I tell you what, the older I get, I can't even see words right. So, let's see. Okay. It says location, Colorado, number of people, 10 adults, 10 kids, preferred delivery time. Well, this is all laid out right here. Oh, cool. So this is like people sign up and they agree to supply food. That is crazy. I think that is a great idea. I have never heard of this. When we have a death or whatever, I'll make a dish and take it or go buy a food tray. I think this is a phenomenal idea, whoever come up with this. Not just for Addie Ray, but in general. I didn't even know this was a thing. I think it's great. Huh. Very cool. Let's see. This one makes me angry. If you knew you lived nearby a body of water, why would you leave your child untended, then blame it on authorities? I'm not saying, I don't think they blamed authorities. I haven't heard anything from the family other than they're devastated. I did take a screenshot of something, and I do want to read it because I get it. I do get it, and I just want to try to throw a different spin on perception. So where's it at? Let's see. All right, so let's do this. Let me share. All right. Where's it at? Is this it? Okay. So let me see. Let me zoom this up. Okay. This was taken from Addie's Facebook page, for the group Facebook page. Let me get that name out of there. Okay. If I may, the writer says, as a mother who has lost a child, give some insight who has lost a child. give some insight to people on Addie's mother is what she's going through right now. She is lost. Her entire world has changed forever. Nothing will ever be the same. There is nothing anyone can do to take this pain, but please, please, please continue to be there for this mother. It is after about the first month, after everything is calmed down, that she will really need the most love and support ever. It is so beautiful the way this community has come together for this family. I've awoken a few times through the night in tears. I do not know this mother. Please, anybody close to her reading this, if there's anything that I can do possible, please let me know. Eternal prayers and blessings upon everyone reached. So, in the case of Lindsey Baum, too, you know, I think it's real easy. I think it's real easy for us to sit and say, oh, there's nothing anybody can say. There's nothing at all. Now, I get all that too. I get why was she unattended? Why wasn't there fence? Why this? Why that? You know, and I don't know why they didn't think better about it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to be so quick to, I'm not going to be so quick to judge. It's just kind of where I'm at. I mean, yes, you knew there was canals. Yes, this, yes, this, yes, this. You don't know. This might be their fifth kid. And they've lived a certain way for years. Like, I mean, you just don't know. I mean, I don't know. I guess I feel like it would be a disservice to talk negatively about their decisions, because who am I? You know, who am I? And they don't answer to me. They don't answer to us. And I think for me, prayers is the only thing you don't think they don't know that now? You don't think they don't know they should have watched her better? You know what I mean? So that's just kind of where I'm at with that. I don't know. I'm trying to be a little softer in my feelings. And, it's sad to see kids die in general, but, this is one time I do not feel like they were culpable. I don't feel like they went out of their way to harm this child. You have people on purpose actively killing their children, torturing their children. So I don't know. I just want to offer prayers. And, and I have been trying to do, hey, Great Love. Good. Welcome to the stream. Stream, not the scream. We had a scream a couple of days ago. We're not going to be screaming today. But I don't know, though. I really do think I've heard this isn't unusual for this area. Well, I mean, even more so. I mean, like, I don't know, man. I want to think they should have kept better eye on her, but I also want to think that, you just don't. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm not ready to, just to all out go on about the parents, As pissed off as it may make me, it will never compare to what they're feeling and will feel till they die about their costly mistake. So it would kind of be just kind of like a waste for me to just talk, for what? What is that productive? Do you think they need me to tell them that they should have watched their child better? No, they do not. They do not need that. This whole community was shook, and unfortunately, whether it be dangers you can't foresee or predators or whatever, it's just not a time in a climate where you cannot take your eyes off your child. You just cannot, and these cases have made me look at a little bit of things different. We live in the middle of the country, so I think, gosh, and yeah, even though I'm proactive, completely 1,010% proactive, it's just, it's just sad. Yeah, my prayers go out for the family too. It's just awful. So glad we have newcomers here. I know. I agree, Roberta. Super exciting. Let's see. I know. I would be losing my mind too. Wow, nothing will take the pain away. It's so deep. God, I know. Holly says, I lost my 21-year-old son in 2013. Saturday is his 7th anniversary of gaining his angel wings. There is no pain I've ever had. It hurts just as bad 7 years later. My heart breaks for our family. Thank you for sharing that, Holly. I'm so sorry for your loss. Man. Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine. I just can't imagine losing a child at all. God. The covering. The covering of the water source has been a question for a while from what I hear. Maybe it's just me, but if I lived near a canal that was in walking distance, I'd be with my kids constantly. Yeah, I agree. For me too. I'm not saying I don't agree with you. I totally agree. I'm just saying, God, I can't. I just don't know. Oh, God. Let's see. All right. So, well, I guess we'll talk about the Georgia girl. And then we'll dive into this, 10-month-old. Ooh, that's a tricky one too. And I'm not torn, but I understand every single bit of both sides. Every single bit of both sides. All right. So this baby has been missing for a minute, and I meant to cover it a while back. 15-year-old missing Gainesville, Georgia. 15-year-old girl. So look at her. Oh, Putnam. Hall County, Georgia, Tuesday, September 29, 2020. Missing juvenile investigation. Have you seen this girl? This is the question that sheriff's deputies are asking in Georgia as they share on social media the information of the teenager who went missing over a week ago. The Hall County Sheriff's Office reports that 15-year-old Julian Whisnant was last seen on Thursday, September 17th. She was last seen shortly before leaving home on the 2000 block of Bald Eagle Trail in Gainesville, Georgia. Julian is registered as missing endangered juvenile with the Hall County Sheriff's Office. Authorities describe Julian as a 15-year-old female with brown hair and hazel eyes. So this is the area, this is the map where she went missing. So it was right in this area. What's that say? Forest Hill. Is there a major highway? I guess that's down there. Let's see. Do they say anything else? The map above is the link in the general area where Julian? Yes, was reported missing. Please note that the map is automatically generated from Google, and the blue and red markers on the map are local landmarks, businesses created by Google. The red and blue markers are not an indication of the exact location where she went missing. She stands 5 feet, 5 inches tall and weighs approximately 118 pounds, so she's tiny. When last seen on September 17th, Julian was wearing blue tie-dyed shorts and navy blue t-shirt with an American flag. In addition, officials report that Julian has nasal piercing. If you have 5 seconds, copy and paste this link, social media post, text several friends. Anyone with information on the whereabouts are asked to call Synyard with the Hall County Sheriff's Office at 770-297-4697. Let me see if there's anything else. Okay, and let's go back up and take one more picture. I'm going to hit Facebook after a while and see if I can add more pictures to this. Yeah, I can't click on it. So that's what she looks like. 5 feet 5, 118 pounds. So she's teeny, very tiny. So there's that. She's missing, and we pray that she finds her way back home. It doesn't quite say if she's a runaway or anything like that. My prayers are with them, and they need support, not to be criticized. Yeah, I mean, I don't mean to cast judgment, but it just frustrates me. People become complacent. People do become complacent, but it's not uncommon. And it just does happen. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Welcome to the stream, Kathy. Kathy Karab. It's kind of like Karaba, but there's no A. Welcome to the stream. Not saying they did it on purpose either. Well, no, sweetheart. Nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying that at all. God, no. God, no. All right, guys. Let's take on this. Yeah, thumbs up, Roberta. Thumbs up. Don't forget those. And if you dislike, hit it twice. Just twice. That's all it takes. All right, guys. Now, this one, if anybody wants to come up on panel and talk about this one, feel free. It's not going to be no yelling, no hollering. If you just your opinion. I got to say, I completely see both sides. So I'm going to drop the link in there. And I guess if y'all want me to set up the call-in, I can, but it'll just take a minute, and I would just rather not go through all that right this second. Now, Wednesday we'll have call-ins for sure. Okay, so let me go and read and give everybody a little quick, synopsis of what's going on with this next case we're going to be talking about. And this is an updated article that came out last night. All right, so family of 10-month-old Nick Torres files emergency appeal to keep their son alive, attorney says. Houston, the parents of 10-month-old Nick Torres say they are not giving up on their son at Texas Children's Hospital. Baby Nick was rushed to the hospital on September 24th after he was found unresponsive in the bathtub. The judge gave Nick's parents and lawyer, Kevin Acevedo, I don't know. I pronounced it a lot better yesterday, and I'm moving on. He will be Kevin from here on out. Acevedo? I still don't know. How about that? Until 10 p.m. Monday for the court appeal to review the case and the motion. The family is awaiting the court's answers. On Friday, a judge denied a temporary injunction and granted Texas Children's Hospital the power to take the 10-month-old baby off of life support. On Monday at noon, which would have been not long ago, unless the parents file a new motion. The family attorney, Kevin, says they filed 2 documents in court. One was a notice of appeal requesting an accelerated appeal process before the court appeals. It's an urgent appeal that we are filing. If they take up the case, we are not going to ask them, basically allowing parents more time. And principal issue that we are going to ask them now is to nullify or undo what a doctor did on Wednesday, which has declared Nick officially deceased. So the baby was declared deceased like last week. After 2 brain examinations, doctors declared the baby is brain dead on September 30th, but his parents say they are not quitting on their baby boy. The parents are willing to accept God's will. So if ultimately the baby lives or dies, they think that is up to God, not one single doctor. The baby can be taken home, and if they're willing to care for him into hospice, like other parents do with terminally ill children, we don't think that is wrong. That is unfair or unreasonable to ask a judge. Kevin said a group of people met at the hospital early Monday morning to express their views. So, and let me get back to y'all. If y'all have any questions or anything, let me know. I'll try to answer, because that article didn't give a lot. Now, I know people are like, what is the problem? Like, why was the baby left alone? The mother says, okay, the baby was in the tub, 10 months old now. She goes, grabs a towel, and somehow he inhaled water, and now he's completely brain dead. His lungs are working fine. His kidneys are working fine. Everything on the baby's body is working fine. And for a good period of time, he was breathing on his own. But no brain activity. They've had 2 different brain scan tests. And the mother is appealing to the prayer. She's like, well, God's going to save my baby. Now, in hindsight, from start to finish, it's only been like a week. 1 week. So I ask y'all, should they be allowed more time? Should the parents be, considered neglectful for something? Now, in my mind, I don't have nothing to back this up. Maybe what I imagine is that okay, y'all know some of y'all have little kids. They have these like little seats, and you set it suctions to the bottom of the tub, and you set the baby in there. They don't move. They can just paddle around and mess with the water. For me, that's what I imagined the baby being in. Now, are they Jehovah's Witness not being ugly? I have no idea. I think they're just regular Christians. I have no clue, though. I don't know. That is a good question. So my thought is, if she did just set the baby down 10 months old and she walked wherever she walked to grab a towel, he's 10 months. I just think that was not good. To the question of should he be allowed more time? I feel like he should be allowed a little more time. I just don't even know what to think about this case. It's truly sad. Completely, Holly. Completely. I kind of like, like I think something, then think something, and then in the comment section, people is like, no, this is awful. What is this mom thinking? And, why? And to me, I was like, why weren't there towels in the bathroom? I don't know. Does she have a history of running away? I wonder who have a history of running away. Oh, Addie? Not that I'm aware of. I don't know. Oh, the 15-year-old. I don't know, honey. I don't know. I was like, well, no, I don't think so. She was 3. No, I don't know. But if I had to guess, I would say, and the fact that there hasn't been that much attention on the case with the 15-year-old, I would say, yeah, a lot of times if they're runaways, they do not get a lot of exposure at all, which it doesn't negate the fact that they're still missing. They still have to be found. So, yeah. Best part of me, welcome to the stream. Yeah, they can make that call because you're using their equipment, you're using their time, energy, resources. And cases like this, a lot of times, and I'm not a medical professional, but I do know for a fact that they have these things called death panels. And if anybody wants to take a rabbit hole down into looking into death panels, good luck, because it's incredibly sad. And they pretty much, there's a group of people, board members, and they all decide quality of life. If this one lives, this one dies, this one gets this transplant, this one does not. Death panels. I'm not saying that this was decided with a death panel, but it wouldn't surprise me because it is a thing. I didn't make this up. Why do doctors feel the need to rush in and turning off this baby's life support? Because they declared him legally dead. No brain activity. How can he have been have working organs and brain dead? When my brother was declared brain dead, none of his organs were working once he was removed off life support. Really? I don't know. Now I know he's on a breathing machine, but they said he's working. They said everything is working. That's what the article said yesterday. So that I read, hey, Southern Mom, welcome. I agree that he should be given more time because with God, all things are possible. I agree, Tracy. I agree. Yeah, this case is, I was curious about that. Well, let's see. Let me scroll back up. Maybe I missed a question. Let's see. How did doctors? Oh, okay. I did read that. Yeah. Yeah, that is crazy. Let me put this back in here. So if y'all want to come in and give your opinion on this, I'm open. The mom kind of was taking a hit a bit, and I get that. I totally get that because it's kind of like, come on, man. What I read did not say he had zero brain activity. Instead, it said he did not have enough brain activity to sustain life, which led me to believe that he's still... Really? Let me go check. Because I had a couple. Let me go see real quick. Let me see if I can see. Well, that does change it a bit. If that is what they're saying, that does change it a bit. Let me see. All right, let's see. Harris County Judge Roth denied temporary injunction after reviewing Timothy Nick's case. This means Nick will be taken off life support on Monday. This is prior to. Oh, crap. Hold on.
Get to the bottom of your allergy symptoms.
God, these damn ads.
Our tests offer simple sample collection, free shipping to certified labs, and physician review results and
okay. Let's see. Attorney. Okay. The boy was transported. Let's see. The boy was transported to Texas Hospital, was found unresponsive in the tub last Thursday. Little Nick has been on life support ever since. Outside of the courthouse, dozens of people. Okay. Let's see. Now, real quickly, there's another case too. Tinsley. It's another girl. Her name is Tinsley. I haven't checked into that, but that case is absolutely atrocious. And they've kept this baby on life support for about a year. I don't know everything about it. Okay, here we go. Inside the courtroom, one of the doctors that testified before the judge said Nick Torres was declared deceased on September 30th after a brainwave test was conducted, revealing that the infant did not have any brain activity. Other doctors and professional experts testified, agreeing to the conclusion based on medical results. So, and this is from ABC 13. So they're saying he had no brain activity and that the other doctors concurred or they agreed. So there's that. So I don't know. That is weird. Because see, some brain activity, no brain activity. That's a complete difference. Listening while driving. Be careful, honey. So I agree. It should be given more time. Yeah, so that's crazy. I don't know. People were pretty upset. I don't know if she's going to make it in time. I'm trying to remember her name. I comment to so many people. I can't remember her name. But she had, in fact, underneath the video I made about this baby, my other video, her comment is pinned. But she said that they told her that her baby would not live 24 hours and that she would be a vegetable her whole life. Now, let me say this. Her child is 15 years old and the doctors were wrong. So, and she was going to come, but she's probably working. People work, Anyways, but that was her story. And she's a channel, subscriber. So anyways, yeah, I think it's crazy. So did y'all catch the video or happen to hear about the 17-year-old that stabbed his 5-year-old sister to death? Half sister? That's awful. I'm still waiting to hear more about that one. What in the world? Because really, I have that same dynamic. My second to youngest, he's about to be 17. I have a 5-year-old. I just can't imagine any situation where he would just lose it. I don't know. I think mental illness in teenagers, I think as parents, if you have a teenager, I don't care. You have to be mindful that teenagers grow up in a different time and era now, and their mental illness, their mental capacity should be at the forefront of your parenting. You should make it about your business to find out what they got going on up here. That's just for me. You have to know these kind of things. I hope I didn't miss anybody. I've kind of scanned through pretty good. So yeah, this case is crazy, y'all. That was gruesome. Yeah, I know. OMG, I watched it. Were drugs involved? I don't know if drugs was involved. I don't know. I was told when my youngest daughter was born, she had a large brain tumor, and this is Lizarda. I was told my daughter had a large brain tumor, and that would be a vegetable or die. Weeks later, finally figured out that the radiologist had given my doctor the wrong baby's report. Holy crap. Look at this, y'all. This is freaking crazy. What in the crap is that? You're talking about outraged. I would have been livid. Is livid even accurate? What? Holy crap. How freaking terrifying is that? Oh, I'm sorry. That's 2 rooms down. My bad. We just got a little mix up. What the hell? What the hell? Oh my goodness. And she just turned 31 last week. Wow. If your brain's dead and the machines are making him function, it would be a while. Yeah, that makes sense too. That would make sense too. Wow. That is crazy. Holy crap. Yeah. So I don't know, guys. I don't know about this case. How did you deal with this? Yeah, exactly. That is awful. That is awful. I know, right? Everybody's like, wait, what? God, that is awful. Can you just imagine? Now, when my youngest daughter, when she was born with a hole in her lung from the stress of the labor. And she was in NICU for, a month, 2 weeks. And there was never, you need to decide this and that and other. I tell you the scariest part for me, other than not knowing what the hell was going on, but it was immediately after I had her, I just remember waiting like, why is it taking so long for me to see my baby? Which I had C-sections with all mine because I can't have kids the correct way. But so that took a little bit in itself. But where's my child? Where's my child? I just remembered like it was like hours and hours, but little did I know, that she was in distress, and they had to work on her immediately. But it was awful. We had to see her through the little incubator and we couldn't even touch her. Oh, it was awful. But she's as healthy as a little lark now. She's 18 and in college. So, I mean, yeah, that's crazy. Well, I guess, guys, I'm going to be wrapping it up soon. It was a good stream. I hate Dee missed it. Maybe she'll catch it on the next one. Your case Monday. Next Monday, we'll be talking about the Bergstrom murders in Kentucky. So there's that. So if y'all are interested in that, make sure you tune in on Monday. And Wednesday, we have What's Up Wednesday, so we'll be taking call-ins. And I don't know, depending on now and then what happens, we can just talk about whatever. So we had a lot of new people in the stream today. I'm so happy about that. So anyways, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up. My little ones was waking up from a nap. Yeah, it's okay. I'm sure that'll be my story too here in a minute. All right, guys, I love y'all, and I will see y'all Wednesday.